Hey there guys, welcome to another video, and today I am going to be making a little tutorial on how to use full body tracking for Driver4VR in VRChat or any other game, and it's actually pretty simple. Now I'm going to get straight to it and show you the application you need in order to use Driver4VR, and so we'll get started with that. So what you pretty much need to do is I recommend you go to the Driver4VR website. So in this case, search up Driver4VR, go to the website, and if I was you, you must buy the app. The application is like $14.99. Yeah, $13.99 actually. This allows you to use anything as a VR headset. For example, as you can see here, you can use a webcam for tracking, you can use Noto VR, PS4 camera, PS4 Move. You can use some boxes of trackers there, as you can see in the video that's playing. Use your hands. It's a really cool app, and honestly, I'd recommend paying the $13.99 for VR. There is another way of doing it for free, but honestly, it is not very good. I'm not going to show you how to do it that way, but I'm going to show you the Driver4VR way. So, once you download the app, it should be this. You also need to have a VR headset or Steam VR installed. So in this case, I have the Oculus/Meta Quest 2. I have the Oculus model of the Quest 2. So what you need to do now is boot up Steam VR. So in this case, I have to boot up the Oculus software, and obviously since I'm on Windows 11, this needs to be running at all costs. So I am booting up Oculus. Allow access to data. Guardian not been found. Okay then, strange. Just let me fix that real quick. Da 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 da. Da dee doo dee doo dee da. Okay. So that's done. Keep that here. Oculus Link. Link should now be pairing, which it is. So Oculus is now running. Now, the next step for you to do is load up Steam VR. So Steam's going to boot up for me. And on my headset, it is shown that Steam VR should be booting. Yes, it is. Nice. You should, after, when you load up Steam VR, you should get a little box here. That is your Driver4VR, and if it doesn't show up, go to your settings, and then you should have a plugins option. In this case, I don't, because all my plugins are working. Oh, here we go. You want to go to Startup/Shutdown and go to choose Startup Overlays. You want to select Driver4VR and enable its plugin, because Steam VR will try to disable the plugin. You need to force it on, and it'll work just fine. Next, I'm going to switch back to the camera for this. So I'm just going to move my Quest 2 out of the way. The next thing you need is a phone. Well, specifically, you can use any phone. You can use an iPhone. I'm using a Forest as an example, or an Android. In this case, I'm going to be using my phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy A52s 5G, and I'm using it because of its depth camera, and the wide angle camera. So that's what I'm using it for. So wide angle and the depth camera is what I'm going to be using it for, so it can track my feet and see my movement. Well, you can do this with a normal webcam. It's pretty much the exact same, but with using a normal webcam, you just won't have the depth. In fact, depth doesn't work properly through the camera software, but when it does work, just not properly. So we're going to be using my phone as the camera, so it can track my body, and I'll show you how you pair it up. So first of all, you want to go to your phone, and I'm going to log in. You will then go to the App Store, so Google Play for me, and you want to search up Irium. Iron, sorry, not Irium. Iron 4K webcam for PC and Mac. That is that app that you're going to be using. As you can see here, I've already got it installed. Just install it on your phone, and you will be greeted to this screen when you boot it up. So this means your camera's being used. As you can see, my face is on here. We're going to have a message saying waiting for connection. What you want to do is download the same app for PC. You can download this for free or pay for it. But in this case, if you are using a phone that has an ultra-wide lens, you want to go to the camera app and switch it manually to the ultra-wide lens. Once you do that, go back to the app, and you should see, like in case for me, it has just switched to the ultra-wide lens, which is what I want. I can actually see my entire keyboard like this. So once I've done that now, go to here, Irum, webcam, go to the website, and you want to download for Windows right here, and it's going to download your installer. Just remember that the phone must be on the same network as your PC. So in this case, my access point is running, it's on the same network as the PC. So I'm going to select my network, which I've just done now, so it's connected. And I am now going to boot up Irum. So Irum, Irian, Irian, there we go. So this will show up, and as you can see, it's detected that my phone is on the network. So I'm going to click the app, and after that, you will actually see your phone screen. So in this case, my phone is connected, and there's my PC right here. As you can see, it is a little delayed, but if you use a connection, it'll be even better. But as you can see, that is actually quite impressive for me on my Wi-Fi, because it's kind of terrible. So once you've done that now, you've verified everything is working. Everything is still working. It's just going to say Irium's running in the background. So your next job now is to boot up Driver4VR. So this is Driver4VR right here. Looks, trust me, I cannot English today. Don't get scared about it. I'm going to switch now. This is pretty much, you can do your hand tracking off here. You can do your head tracking. You can do your hand tracking from here. So you can use Nolo VR. You can use your PS Move. You can use your webcam as your hand trackers, Leap Motion. And you can do full body. So in this case, I'm going to show you how you do your full body. Now, you can use your Kinect. In this case, I do not have a Kinect, but if you do have a Kinect, this is not the tutorial for you. You can use camera markers, but as like I said, this is not for that. So what we want is webcam/deep learning, which is in beta. So you want to select that. Go to configuration, and as you can see, it is right here. So this may look a bit scary, but it's not that bad. I would recommend that on Steam VR or on Steam, you go to your library, go to Driver4VR, right click or press the gear, properties, go to betas, and switch to previous version. The test version and the beta version are currently unstable as of 6.0, if I remember, that it's running at the moment. This is 5.8 or 5.7. Yeah, 5.7.5. So don't try and keep it off Driver4VR version 6 because it's very buggy. Driver4VR 5.7 at this time is very stable. So now what you want to do is I am going to start Driver4VR, making sure that it sees my webcam, my camera, and in this case it does. I have changed it to it's been changed to Irian, and I've done it clockwise because it's going to see my entire body, and I'm doing an AI model complexity. Now, this can vary on performance. If you are running a potato with like a 1050 Ti or an Ryzen 3, I'd recommend doing the optimal AI model. In this case, I am running a Ryzen 5 2600X with a GTX 980. So I am going to do the lightweight AI model complexity. Now, as you can see, there's a little bone structure that's glitching out there. That's because it's not tracking me. Now, it's also recommended that when you're using this solution, that you have good lighting in the background, because as you can see here, this FPS right here is what you want to look at. This is the FPS coming out of the phone, so I've got 38 frames per second coming out of the phone, but my PC is only allowing 30 frames a second, 25 to 30 frames a second out of this. As you can see, if I if I wake up my headset and I move it around, as you can see, it sees my headset is moving around, and the skeleton is actually moving around as well, which it means that everything is working as it should. So what we need to do now is mount the camera to where you into the best position possible. So in this case for me, I like to wedge it in one of my soundproofing panels. Excuse the mess because I've been very busy and the house is getting redecorated. As you can see, if I move around, it can see me. As you can see, it's quite glitchy because it's not tracking me very well. I'm going to reposition that actually into this side of the same panel. Calm that down. So now it can kind of see me, but it's very bright in here. It doesn't like brightness with what I've noticed. It might be, cameras can vary a lot. Which one is it using? It's using my top camera. Okay, so if I we put that over just to, but when it works, it does work. At the moment, I don't know why it's doing that. It might be because of the light coming in. I'm just going to move a little closer so it can see me a little better. And there you go. It can see me a lot better when I do that now. When it's a little darker, it's fine. But as you can see, it's got its quirks like that. If your brightness, if it's very bright in here, it's going to have tracking issues. So it's recommended your body's quite dark, but your background's very light. So it can pretty much, it can see me do this. It can see me do that. I can spin around. It can see me do this, but not perfect. For me, I've had issues where even just spinning around in general in VRChat, it just breaks. But at the moment, it seems like everything is working as it should. So now, the next part is getting my headset all sorted. So, as a matter of fact, I will actually see you when I am in VR. Or I am actually going to do this right now, because this is going to be a challenge. Go to microphone, properties, change that to off. Okay, so microphone should be working for my Quest. In this case, it is. So, nice. Okay, so excuse the mess, but we are now at this point where we can do everything we need. You can see performance is not great because of my PC and it's Windows 11. They have not fixed anything yet for Windows 11. But yeah, I'm going to go back to configuration, and as we can see, it can see me, but it's kind of glitching out. So, this is where we do our calibration now. I'm going to really stand up, stand close so it can see my body. Now what you want to do is press the calibrate. Oh, whoops, did not mean to do that. What we need to do now is press the calibrate button, point, and you should see your trackers in front of you. Let me do that again, but I'll show you this time. Where are you, Steam VR? There you are. I'm going to show my cameras, well, my headset's view. Display VR view. Okay, so this is what my view is. As you can see, it sees the trackers just fine, and it works as it should. So I'm quite happy with that. Now I'm going to do it again. Show Driver4VR. Point. Look forward. Once you hear that clap, that means everything is configured and it's tracking your body as it should. So I'm going to show you how you use this in VRChat now. And it's a very simple way of doing full body tracking. So let's boot up VRChat and I'll show you how you do it. I was in VR with my friends, and when they saw me in full body, they actually questioned me how I'm doing this. Then I'm showing them how I do it, everything, and then there you go, full body. I'm going to move up a bit forward so you can see me. Just making sure my feet are not freaking out. Also, another issue I see with VR and people using it in general, well, using Driver4VR, you may notice that your feet will switch and you can't fix it. The only way you can fix that issue is by switching cameras to a different one. So maybe you got a webcam laying around and you have a big room, you can use your webcam, dark light, but you can't really see your body much. As long as there's a dark figure for it to look at, then it can look at it. I'm gonna have Driver4VR here, so it can actually. There we go. So I'm going to pull up this camera for VRChat, so I can use this as an idea for the mirror for now. So as you can see at the moment, there is no full body whatsoever. I'm doing this, and my legs are freaking out. So I'm going to press Calibrate Full Body Tracking. And then as you can see on the camera, you can see two little balls down there. It'd be easy if I went to a mirror and show you. I'm going to mute audio on here. There we go. So I'm going to go over to this area here. There's a mirror on this world. This is my home world. Okay, so it's going to lag a lot, but that's just because this mirror is very unoptimized. Okay, so as you can see on this tracker right here, there is 2 sets of balls, 3 set. Why is my OVR working? I'll start that up. Guess it didn't start properly. Launch. There's no need to show my thing now. But obviously, should be. You working? There we go. So obviously now, as you can see, I'm going to align myself. Now you're going to see 3 balls. 1 for your hip, 2 for your feet. So stand in that position, hands out in a T pose, pull triggers, and now lift your leg. You got your full body. And sometimes it's a bit glitchy, but it is there. So moving my feet forward, I'm going to lift it up. Not bad, eh? Now, obviously, if I spin around, it's not perfect. As you can see here, it's not perfect at all. So I'm just going to spin around. Back to my phone. And now it's tracking me again. So it's not perfect. You've got to keep looking at your phone. But yeah, it's very accurate. Well, mostly, depending on the camera. If you have a depth sensor, like your like a Kinect, that'll work even better. Would I recommend this? If you're on a very tight budget for full body, I can see. Great, my link disconnected. Oh well. But would I recommend full body like this? For someone on a budget, definitely. It's not perfect. It can see me sit down. It can actually see me do things, and as long as I can just move my legs and just kick people's ankles, that's all I care about. So I am happy with Driver4VR. Now, would I recommend using this as a permanent solution? That does depend. If you are wanting to do this as a permanent solution and you're not wanting to shell out like £600, £700 on trackers, but it does work. Yeah, I'm just checking on. But anyway, that's pretty much the tutorial. I tried making it as simple as possible. So even a monkey brain can understand. If you still don't understand properly, I'll try and reword what I've been trying to say. Just put a timestamp down below and just point out what I mean, and then I'll try and explain properly. So that's pretty much it, and I hope this tutorial works for you guys. So I'll see y'all later.